Okay. Welcome to Complete Football, Nigeria's most entertaining show in the world, and also the most original show in the world, even though people don't know it yet. We want you to like and subscribe to Complete Football, part of the global system. We're Nigerians who are representing world football and world sports, and we want you to hear our voice. Welcome, Biodun. How's everything in Abuja?
I'm fine, thank you. Good afternoon, viewers, and it will be a great show today.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about an unpleasant topic, but racism in sports. Now, England with Southgate has been making changes on their team. He can't make up his decisions on who's going to be central defender, and they gave up a goal on the break against Iceland, right? They gave up a goal on the break against Iceland.
Yes.
And now in the newspapers, everybody is blaming Saka. Now, I like Saka. He's from Nigeria, but I want to say that Saka also is a good player, but he has some deficiencies. But he only played 30 minutes. And why are we blaming Saka? Biodun, can you give us a breakdown of that game? And how do you think it's unfair that the newspapers are blaming Saka like this?
Yeah, I think one thing, looking at that game, the British media, they have this expectation and expectancy that their team should win every game and go into every tournament as favorites. And I think the defeat that Iceland gave them, to me, kind of humbled them not to get a bit of their expectation very high.
Yeah.
We see certain media houses in the UK blaming relatively the black players playing for England, Kobe Mainoo. Many are also saying that Declan Rice should be partnered with the right partner, with the right player in midfield like Conor Gallagher, and blaming Kobe Mainoo that he didn't actually play quite well. Many media outlets actually used Bukayo Saka as the poster boy of England after that defeat. But if it was England,
it's England. And here's the thing. Let's go back.
Or someone else. So it's not what we want to see in football, though.
No. And we saw this with Manchester United when people blame Rashford. They always blame Rashford. Is Warif with us? Yeah.
Yes, Warif is with us.
I hope
so we're gonna go to where. So Manchester United blame Rashford. They always blame Rashford. You don't look at the manager. You don't look at the American owners, because Manchester United has American owners, right? Yeah. The American owners who don't want to spend money. You don't look at the disorganization and everything, and you want to blame Rashford. Now, I'm going to say Rashford is for lack of a better word, he's underwhelming, but he's not the problem with Man U. Because the problem is who are the front line? I mean, who are the people in the upper management levels? Not upper management, but the corporation. What players are they giving guys like Ten Hag and all of this? So we're going to go to you, Warif. Give us a breakdown about your. Oh yeah, how are you doing, Warif? Nice glasses. Warif always has beautiful art in the background. So we want to say hello to Warif on Complete Football. He's coming out of Port Harcourt. He teaches art, and he's a very brilliant football mind. We want to go to you very quickly because you inspired this story. Give us a breakdown. The newspapers are talking bad about Saka, but my thing is that England has an indecisive coach, Southgate. They are in disarray. Continue.
Thank you once again. One thing they show is that what I notice is this is like the coach is having trying to have having some experiments before the tournament. And this very match that they lost, Saka played just about 30 minutes. So when I saw using Saka as the face of the defeat, I was so shocked. Why must it be Saka? Is it that they are trying to pull his career down, or they are trying to run him down? I can't really understand. Saka is not the only player. The football is a team game of 11 players. So for the team to have lost, they are supposed to bring the whole team, use them in front of the newspaper. And also, for them to have lost is a good one that means they have a lot of work to do, to go back to the drawing board. But for you to use a black man in defeat, is not really nice. So I don't know what the British press they are up to. And one thing about the British press, they like hyping their own persons. They are just like the South Africans, if I may say. So
can I say something?
For them to have lost that game, okay?
No, go on. Sorry, go on. Yeah.
So for them to have lost that game, that means they have a lot of work to do. In football, you cannot always win it. You cannot always have your day. So Saka, I don't know if they are trying to put him out of the team or what.
I don't know.
Because
And
he's not the only one that played.
so let me say something. I think
Right.
Southgate made a big mistake with getting rid of Grealish. And I think these guys are mad
Okay.
because Grealish is gone, and they say that they should get rid of Saka. No, Maguire.
Saka.
They should have never have chosen Maguire on that team. He's too old. What do you think? What do you think, Bearden, the central defender, Maguire? Yeah. But I know Maguire got cut later, but he should have never put him on the provisional team even. What do you think, Bearden? Yeah. Is Bearden
Hello,
out?
Biodun.
Okay, so what I want to say is that they're very angry because Maguire got kicked out and Grealish got kicked out. And who's the other guy? Braithwaite. How can you get rid of all three of those guys from your team? What do you think, Warif? Yeah.
The blame should go to the coach, not just using a black player as
Yeah.
It should go to the coach. That means they have a lot of work to do. So I'm not really happy with the English press. So they need to go back, and if they want to talk about their defeat, they should balance it very well. Look at it critically.
Yeah.
Where the area that they lack, not just
because the way I look at the game
might demoralize him because just for about 5 days to the tournament.
No, the English press. So, for example, Warif, thank you. They have been spoiling this tournament for England because Southgate had to apologize for not putting Rashford there. Why, as a coach, you don't have to apologize? Because the press, they like to sell newspapers. Oh, why isn't Then Southgate puts his favorite player, Maguire. He puts him on the team. To me,
Maguire did not make the final list.
Oh, no. He put him on the provisional. But then when people started shouting, he took him out. But to me, his biggest mistake was to take Grealish out. What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, Grealish.
Maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you disagree with me. That's fine if you disagree. Give me your point of view.
No. You see, Grealish, one thing about footballers is that everybody has their unique way of playing. Two footballers can never play the same way. Like for Grealish and maybe what's the person that what's his name? The person that is replacing him, Palmer. Grealish is more experienced than Palmer and he's more energetic than Palmer. It's just that Palmer is faster than him.
Very big mistake. I don't know why he got rid of Grealish.
But when it comes to experience, Grealish is, to me, I would prefer Grealish. Because Palmer, you cannot really tell how many matches Palmer played that everybody is shouting Palmer. So they should just allow him to be. Then allow those people that have played all those things, let them showcase themselves and continue.
Yeah, and did you see the goal that Iceland scored against England? It was on the transition. The defense was left flat-footed. How does that have anything to do with Saka?
And you see one thing about it, like I always say, it's that the English team is a reflection of the Premier League. Because the official is very poor. Very poor. So it's telling on their national team. To me, the English national team is just a hype. It's hype. It's hype. They're overhyped. Yeah. And to me, we still have to talk about Italy for Euro. But to me, Germany, France right now, and Portugal are the top three teams. What do you think? Yeah. Yeah, it's still the same thing. Like what's it called? Germany, they are the hosts, and they have they have the experienced player, they have the midfield, they have the strikers. So it's a complete team. Yeah. What's it called? Portugal, they have the experience, they have the players, and they have the strength, everything. Then for France, they have the African blood. Yeah. Yes, the African blood is there, plus mixed with some experience, technicality. But for the English team, as you say it, they hype. They don't say the truth they don't say the weakness. They always want to be like, okay, they are one of the favorites to win it. Fine, they might do well in the group stage, but when it gets to the quarterfinal, semi-final, that's where you see they'll be exposed. And to me, two things England have. They have Kane and Foden finished. Those are the only two ones. Kane and Foden. But they don't have the rest of the squad together. And to me, their defense is in disarray.
They have Palmer.
Palmer, by the time the thing, you might just get one out. Okay, but Bearden, I would say that their defense is in disarray. You get rid of Maguire and Braithwaite. Who is going to be their central defender now?
Yeah, they are looking at the likes of Matsgi, Konsa from Aston Villa.
Those guys may be okay, but they're not tested, so it's risky. They should have kept to me, they should have kept Braithwaite and take Maguire out. What do you think, Beardon? Or maybe the other way around?
No, I think it should have been the other way around. They should have kept Maguire because of his experience.
Experience, yes,
And-
that's what I was gonna
and
say.
Yeah,
But you
to be
can't get
fair,
you can't get rid of both of them. You have to keep one of them. That's what I'm
yes,
saying.
but to be fair, Harry Maguire has really been attacked by the press, the British press in general, in terms of his performance earlier in the season. But he has kept his head down and he has worked very hard.
And I also want to apologize because I was disrespectful to Maguire on one of my posts. So, but I'm going to change my view. Thank you, Bill, and that's why we have complete football. None of us argue with each other when we know we're wrong. So I agree with you about the Maguire thing, but I still think you can't get rid of both Maguire and Braithwaite. One of them has to go. You have to keep one of them. That's the only thing I'm saying, and I agree.
If you look at the English centre back, the only person that has played in a major tournament of the centre back is John Stones. The remaining are making their
and he's injured now.
International tournaments. So that doesn't really speak well. And you now have the Maguire who had played World Cup, who had played past Euros, and you did not pick him.
Yeah. So I have a question.
This just goes with our prediction that England would not get to the semifinals.
No. I've already said it. In no particular order, Portugal, France, Germany are the top three. And I'm thinking even Italy now can go beyond England now. We have to talk about Italy very early next week because championship is coming, and we have to give Italy respect. And also Belgium.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bjorn, very quickly, I saw the goal. Iceland scored on the break against England.
Yeah.
And England has a non-existent midfield, apparently. Give us give us what you think about how Iceland won that game and what you thought about that goal they scored and about how England struggled in general in that match. Thank you.
I think one thing with Iceland is that many teams do not understand that Iceland is they are not a world power in terms of football. They're very disciplined and compact.
Yeah. They had a good player who played for Ajax back in the day, Litmanen or somebody like that. Yeah, go ahead.
They have a good structure in terms of playing the system of low block. So you don't really have enough space to penetrate them when you are playing against them. And they are very good counter-attacking side, and they are very rigid in terms of rigid and direct in terms of what they want to do to you on the counter. And that was we clearly saw that in the goal England considered.
Yes. It reminds me of Cape Verde in the African competition. Continue. They don't have superstars, but they're very well coordinated. Continue, sir. Yeah.
So Iceland is a very well coordinated team. I remember when Nigeria played them at the 2018 World Cup, so it was a very difficult game for Nigeria to even come back and win that game 3-2. I think 3-2 or 2-1. And Ahmed Musa scored 2 goals. So they're very, 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 very good side. And I think what that preparation did for England was a wake-up call for England.
I think it may even work to England's favor, like Warif said. It showed them that they have to humble themselves. So now they'll become dangerous. Because there's no reason why if you have Foden and you have Kane and you have Bellingham on your team that you're having troubles. That doesn't make sense. It's an organizational problem.
And they now put the whole blame on Saka,
which was racist. And let me tell you the truth. I'm not a super fan of Saka, but Saka is a left winger, right? And that's his job. Yeah. Now, the reason England had lost had nothing to do with him. And you can't blame him for them not scoring because they have creative players on their team like Bellingham. So my thing is that making Saka the scapegoat, I think it has a lot to do with people that are angry about Maguire leaving. And I think the English press is destroying English football. What do you think, Warif? And then quickly back to Afolabi. Warif, within 20 seconds, what do you think? Yeah.
Okay, what I would say is this. One thing the press has to know is that this is just a warm-up match. No player wants to put himself on the line for the fear of injury because every player wants to feature in Europe.
Yes,
so know that fine. If they were defeated, they should go back and tell themselves that this is just a friendly. Not the newspaper that published are using his face to illustrate it. To me, it's not really funny. They would have.
And also, can I say something? Can I say something? Football is war. And you have soldiers, and you're talking bad about one of your soldiers, Saka, in the newspaper. They've already reduced his morale, and it may make it harder for him. That's what you're saying.
Psyching himself, yeah.
Okay, so this is a sort of a flashy, quick point from Complete Football. we're about to end because we were talking about race and football. Bjorn, your last thoughts on everything we've said and what we can look forward to. And also we can speak to a little bit about how everybody was racist on Vinicius, but now he's the best player in the world. This is a funny world we live in. Continue. Yeah. Is Bjorn out again? And Bjorn is in and out.
Okay, sorry. Let me just say something. For me, Vinicius made the world footballer, but the English press, they are trying to hype Bellingham.
It's not close. It's not close.
Yes. Yeah. But everybody knows that Vinicius, even with the racist chant, even they give him racist chant, he's still doing what he's doing.
That guy, let me tell you something, that guy is unbelievable. And he's only 23 or 20, what is he, 25? 23.
I think he's around within that range.
And the guy, he can do some things which goes against physics. He turns around, he leans back, and comes back to the ball. It looks like magic. That boy is crazy. We're rare. So continue, Warif.
You know, for Vinicius and Bellingham, they should allow this player be. They put them under pressure. Like Saka now, he will go back and start asking himself, why am I on this the front of the newspaper? He will want to play himself. He will want to impress the people instead of being himself. And with that, injuries can set in. And some other black players, it might affect them. They will begin to play with fear. And they feel well that if they lose or if anything happens, there will be illustration in front of newspaper.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna end. Warif, quickly, any new scoops for any Nigerian players who are on the rise in Europe before we go? I know we talked about Lukman, who did well with Inter Milan.
Let's just talk about our World Cup qualifier with South Africa. I bet you South Africa is a very good team because most of their players, they know themselves. And I'll blame Fini the judge. You want to win a match, you put in what's it called, Victor Boniface on the bench. Why would you allow somebody like Onachu to play 88 minutes? Onachu that is not contributing. He's just waiting for them, and the midfield was not really solid. If not for Iwobi that gave that pass, that I forgot Fisayo that scored the goal, we would have lost that match. And right now we're in a tight corner because after 4 points from 3 matches.
And even South Africa outplayed us in African Nations Cup. It's just that we still won, but they outplayed us. They played very well.
The South Africans, they are good. They are good. They are well coordinated. But our players, I don't know. The judge, he saw what Orlando played in the Nations. I don't know why he didn't invite him. I don't know if they started doing this godfatherism again in football in the Nigerian national team. Because
where you have Godfather. Godfather says you must play. It's rubbish.
Politics everywhere.
Because Nigeria should be able to win the World Cup. We could have won the World Cup that year, 1994, when we had Giacchini. We were beating Italy. Italy was so afraid. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go. Is Bjorn back? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so Bjorn, end for us. I know we've been in and out, but just last thoughts before we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what we want to see in football is we don't want to see this kind of behavior in football. I think this is something generally the world needs to have a massive change in terms of mentality and seeing us as one, and we don't want to see this.
Yeah, because racism, it's time for racism to end. It's been around for 1,400 years. Let's move on. Like they say in Nigeria, you don't do. Let's move on, man. Let's move on from this rubbish. But the problem...
I know one way to unite the world is through sports. So by the time you start bringing in racism, you are dividing the world.
Yeah, one more thing, and I'll let you...
Europe and Africa.
Yeah, one more thing, I'll let you end, Bjorn. I think part of it is just that the English newspapers want to make money. So they like to be provocative, but they're spoiling their sport. What do you think, Bjorn? Yeah,
I agree. I think yes, they understand they want to sell paper, but these papers, this is not how you do it, and this does not speak well. So far as me, I'm concerned, Bukayo Saka is an English player. Yes,
he's English, but he's also, I call him bicultural. Like, I'm American and Nigerian, but I'm still Nigerian. Yeah. Saka is pure English.
Yeah.
Because just like in South Africa, you have white people, they are also African.
Yeah.
This has to stop. This has to stop. There's so many Jamaican people. Even this guy's mother or father is Jamaican. Bellingham's father is Jamaican.
Exactly.
So we need to stop this. But he's also English. So they
Yeah.
need to realize every player on their team is English. So Biden, I'm gonna see you at I think it's 2:30 for Formula One, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And also thank you, Warif, who came up with the idea for this show. We're Complete Sports coming out of Nigeria, part of the Global Sports, and we give you scoops and everything. And we don't have any leader on our team. We're a group of people. Sometimes Biodun comes up with shows, sometimes Warif, sometimes I do. We want you to support us because it's time for us to have our voices in the world. We're from Nigeria, but we're also part of the world. Thank you very much, Biodun, for all you've done. And thank you, Warif. So we'll see you guys again for Warif's birthday. Beato, let's say happy birthday to Arif. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy
Next,
birthday.
next on the 14th, which is the day that the European Champion starts, we're going to have a show to celebrate his birthday, but also to celebrate European football and world football because it's one nation. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate everything that you do. So everybody like, subscribe, Complete Football. Thank you very much. Okay.
Yeah, cheers.
All right.
Cheers. Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.